Hey everybody, and welcome back to part 2 of this massive haul series. As I mentioned in a cutaway in the last episode, it just got too big. The video was gotten too long, and I had to cut it off. And so here we are with part 2. And part 2 is going to have a bonus game added to the haul. I'd forgotten I'd ordered this, and it came today before I started filming this part. So real quick for the bonus haul, which is going to be a weird interruption to the thing, but we picked up Wave Racer Complete Inbox Japanese Edition to go with my Japanese GameCube collection, which is a weird collection, I admit, that I started. But I already checked it out. It came with the plastic shell. Oh, that's not on camera. It came with I was showing it off to the microphone. I'm a weird guy. Oh! And I'm dropping the game. Oh, my Lord. But game's in good condition. No fading whatsoever. I don't think I have a Japanese label for this. But kind of like I said, I don't even know if I said it in part 1 or part 2 of the video, but with my Japanese games going forward, because most of them are fairly inexpensive, I'm looking for complete inbox, or at the very least tray game box. Manual will be a plus, but that way I can like display them. I don't know. And these might not have been in the video yet, but that way I can either display them like this or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna work on this. I don't know if I'm gonna go for a complete N64 collection for the Japanese games, or if I'm just gonna, get some of the games that I really like. Wave Racer is a game I really, really love. But yeah, so welcome to part 2 of the video. We got more games coming up. Enjoy it. Like, share, subscribe. That'd be awesome. And let me know. I say this at the end of every video. I think I said it at the end of this video. Let me know what your favorite game was, and I will see you past Josh. We'll see you in a second to continue part 2. Take it easy. All right, we're moving on. Like I said, this is a big haul, so maybe it was probably a good thing the other thing did not get delivered. So let's reach down. What do we want to pick up? We got a couple jewel cases in there. Let's grab. This is a double jewel case. Let's see what this one is. And it is. Oh yeah, Phantasy Star Online. See, I forgot I picked that up. I knew I had more than one Dreamcast game. I think I only bought 2 Dreamcast games. So I wanted to add this to the collection because I didn't actually play this on the Dreamcast. I didn't play it until the GameCube version. Oh, is that loose? It sounds loose in there. Make sure. Okay, that disc is not loose. It's not. I always hate about those double jewel cases because if a disc is loose. Right. Oh, okay. So it's only a single disc. I was like, wait a second. It comes with the trial version of Sonic Adventures 2. But yeah, as I was saying, I did not play Phantasy Star Online for the Dreamcast because my Dreamcast was not online. As I said, dial-up days. Wasn't really doing online there. But my sister's boyfriend at the time, when the GameCube was out, picked it up for the GameCube, and I played it with him, really liked it, so my buddies and I ended up getting it. And then it was an arduous trial of taking my GameCube out of my bedroom, taking it downstairs to where the modem was, because this is before Wi-Fi, plugging it into the modem and like grabbing like one of like our smaller portable TVs that we had, that I think was in the guest room, because I wasn't lugging my stupid, like that was my TV that I had in my room. It's freaking heavy, man. It weighs so much. So wasn't lugging that downstairs, but I think the guest room TV was like a 13-inch TV. Still heavy because it was a CRT, but way more manageable than that monstrosity. So I would lug my GameCube along with that downstairs and plug the GameCube into the modem. And so my buddies and I would play Phantasy Star Online. And you're saying, Josh, why didn't you not get the GameCube version and you got this version? 2 reasons. One, this was way cheaper than the GameCube version. But also, I wanted to get some more games for my Japanese Dreamcast collection. I will be getting the GameCube version eventually, but I did want to get the original Phantasy Star Online first to add to my collection before I picked up the GameCube version. But also, I thought when I pulled this out, I thought it was a 2-disc set, but no, you just get a Sonic Adventures 2 trial in there, which I can try out because I do have the boot disc to play import games, so I can at least try that out. The only downside is like the boot disc when I use the boot disc to play import games on my Dreamcast, it doesn't broadcast it out of the digital audio, so I can play it in near HD on my TV. It does it in standard def, so generally speaking, if I'm using the boot disc and playing imports, I just play them on the CRTV because it just looks better. But yep, there is our disc for Phantasy Star Online. God, man, I just love. That's one thing I love about getting Japanese disc-based games. They always come immaculate. If you watch Retro Rewire, his GameStop hauls when he orders from GameStop, man, a lot of those times those discs just look so mangled, and I've never gotten that ordering from Japan. Just used games from Japan, picking up used games when I'm in Japan. Never. Ooh, there's a code there. So, that's just a serial number. Oh, yeah. So if you want to play this game online, like it's $19.99, there you go. There's your access code. Feel free to use that because I will not be playing this online. But here's our manual. Let's see. Oh, we got some really nice artwork in the manual. Look at that. I love it when a manual just has some really good artwork and big splash pages to show you everything. It's one of my favorite things. And of course, this is made by Team Sonic. I don't think they make Phantasy Star games anymore. Maybe that'll be one of the ones that they bring back, because they're bringing back a lot of their old, like, Dreamcast era properties. Phantasy Star, especially now, because you can play it online easily. Everyone's online now. Phantasy Star would be a great one. And let's see what else is in here. Oh, drop it. I think this is just, some sort of registration card there. Don't know what this is, but there you go. There's a baseball game on back. Phantasy Star Online. Dream Points Bank. I don't think we had any kind of Dreamcast points in the U.S. It would have been cool, though. And then we've got a little a digital code for an online magazine. But yeah, Phantasy Star Online, much like the Dreamcast, just in general, way ahead of its time. Just doing a lot of things then that people just weren't ready for. And they kind of suffered for it. Like the one thing that Sega did not forward think for when it came to the Dreamcast was DVDs. And I will die on that hill that the only reason why the PlayStation 2 beat the Dreamcast was because it had a DVD player. If the Dreamcast, because it beat it to the market by a year, at least a year. Yeah, I think the PlayStation came out in 2000. Dreamcast, I know, was $9,999. Never forget that release date. But if the Dreamcast would have had a DVD player with it, or if they would have made like a later model that had a DVD player in it to compete with Sony, I don't think the PlayStation 2 would have sold as many, and Sega might still be fighting the good fight today. I mean, but that's hindsight, but we did see why the PlayStation 2 dominated the market. I mean, it was coming off the PlayStation, and the PlayStation, I don't know if it was the top selling console of all time at that time, because I know we all know the PlayStation 2 is now, but the PlayStation was one of the top selling consoles ever, so it already had a big install base. But I knew a lot of people trading in their PlayStations to get not a PS2, but to get a Dreamcast. And the Dreamcast had so much momentum. If it would have had a DVD player, just with all the games it had, if you were a fighting game fan, you had a Dream. If you were just an arcade person, you had a Dreamcast, because it was basically the same board Sega was running off of, and Capcom's ports were almost 1-to-1 to the Dreamcast. It was a great system to have. And again, if they would have just had a DVD player, I think it would have done so much better. A lot of people say, like, oh, well, it was easy to pirate and things like that. Piracy has always been like that. It's such a small thing when it comes to video games. Like, I always just roll my eyes at Nintendo for all the extra steps they take to stop piracy. When you look at piracy, even in its rampant stages, it does not really hurt console or game sales that much. So the Dreamcast being easily pirated, I don't think a lot of people knew that at the time, or enough people knew it at a time to where it would have really hurt the Dreamcast sales. It was the lack of a DVD player and the PS2 on the horizon to build off the PlayStation with that DVD player. That is what killed the Dreamcast, unfortunately. But I mean, those of us who stuck with Sega and stuck with the Dreamcast, we got to play all those games. We got to play them for cheap. And some of them, like me, were stupid and sold them later when you were done playing them. And you could have had, I had all these Dreamcast games that are worth like a couple $100. I had them at one point, and eventually I got rid of my Dreamcast. I rebought a Dreamcast, and now I have 2 Dreamcasts because I was gifted one. But I wish I'd have kept them, because even if I didn't want them anymore, like, they'd be cool to be a part of this collection. I would probably still have them. But if I would have just waited a couple years, I could have sold them for a lot more money than I did. So, lamenting bad investments. So let's go on to the next one. This is cardboard. I think it's N64. Let's see what it is. Yes, it is. Oh, yes. And this game, I can never remember what it's called. It's like a Mahjong game, and no, I don't really care to like have this to play it. I own it simply because it was in the US. We got 2 games. We got Pilot Wings and Mario 64. They got those in Japan as well, but they also got this game, Japanese Chess. I can see in the subtitles. Let me see if I can open this cellophane bag easily, because this is not sealed. If this was like brand new sealed, like, oh, we're not touching it, but it is not. This is a used game. Because one thing Sewer Guy is nice about is it tells you when something's new and then when something's used. Because I have picked up like dead stock, like I've got Wave Race from them sealed. And what was funny was I picked up Wave Race, and it was in a haul video. I picked up Wave Race for like $7-8 sealed, and I guess they've gone back like, oh, we probably shouldn't be selling sealed games that cheap. And now it's like $80 for Wave Race sealed. So let's see if we can get this sticker off without messing the box. Yeah, I think the Sewer Guy stickers are pretty easy to get off. Yeah, that's gonna peel off nicely. For advanced players, yeah. Yoshiharu Habu's Japanese Chess for advanced players. So yeah, I ain't a Japanese chess player. I ain't advanced, so I'll probably get my ass kicked with this game. But like I said, I wanted to own this because I do want to have the first releases for that the N64 in Japan. I do have Pilot Wings. I don't have Mario yet because I want Mario complete in box. Like, I picked up Pilot Wings, dirt cheap cartridge, but I want Mario complete in box, so I'm looking for a good price on that. And yeah, this game, like, that box looks almost brand new. The game itself looking brand new right there. Came in this little cellophane bag. I love when the games still come with their little cellophane bag. That cracks me up. That, because me personally, like teenage me buying the N64 games, if I were to keep the box, and I did, some of my games I did keep the box for a while, and then I eventually got rid of them when I needed space, but I would have just kept it in this tray. And of course, like, I actually probably would have kept more boxes if Nintendo of America would have given us plastic trays instead of those cardboard trays. Probably would have kept more games in, or I probably would have kept more boxes with my games. And so, we got our manual, and we got like registration postcards and everything like that. My fan's on, so everything's blowing everywhere. It's hot up here in the summer, and this almost looks like just some random letter kind of thing like that. I'm gonna have to Google Translate that later to see what that says. And then the manual is in pretty great shape. No creases or anything like that. Yeah, so there we go right there. So it's not Mahjong, it's Japanese chess, which I know even less about than regular Mahjong. So I would probably have a better time playing a Mahjong game than I would this game. Dude, this guy's all over. He, like, because they like their Mahjong games and different kind of strategy type games in Japan. So just the fact that this guy got his own game and he is all over the manual in different outfits. Like, this guy must have been some sort of, like, huge celebrity in Japan. But I remember always seeing this game for, like, N64 games, stuff like that. And I was like, this is the weirdest game to be a launch title. But I had to have it, and I had to have it complete in box at launch. And what's kind of funny is you saw the 900 yen sticker. I think that was the same price for it out of box. So if you bought it in box or out of box, it was going to be the same price. But like I said, I'm moving towards more of a in-box collection for my Japanese games. So this was definitely going to be an in-box one, because I almost bought this the last haul because I don't think they had it in box. I almost bought the cart, and I decided not to. I decided, like, no, I'll wait to get it in box. All right, we've only got, it feels like 2 games left. I'll double check when I'm done. So I'm going to pull them both out, but not look at them. I know what one of them is. The other one, I'm not quite sure. So let's see what the first one we pull up. Ooh, that's right, Virtual On. Love this game. I had the choice between the Saturn and the Dreamcast one, and I looked at videos of both. And this one is more like the arcade game my buddy Bernie and I used to always play at the arcade at Potomac Mills Mall in Woodbridge, Virginia. I think the arcade was called Funland. But yeah, this is more like, I guess, I don't know if the Dreamcast version was like a sequel cabinet that maybe we never got in the US, or if they just made a sequel on the Dreamcast. But when I looked at the two videos, this was the version I played. So I was like, let me get that Dreamcast one. The only comment I would say on this one is that cover looks a little sun-faded. I don't know. I'll have to compare it to some of my other Japanese Dreamcast games. Let's pull up that disc. Fingerprint on it, but otherwise, disc is in great shape. I guess we got controls on there. And I can't wait to actually try to play this, because playing at the arcade, you had two sticks, and you were like piloting a mech, and you had triggers and things like that. So it's going to be interesting to see how it translates to a controller. And a controller with just a D-pad, no thumbstick. So, and just kind of a typical manual. We got a couple pictures, got directions that I don't know how to read in there. Yeah, this looking at the maps, things like that, I'm actually really excited to play this. When I was in Japan this recently, when I found that retro arcade earlier in the year, I was really hoping that they had Virtual On in there. They did not, but I did find a really cool Gundam game that was kind of like Virtual On, but a little bit different. Like, it wasn't a one-on-one fight like in Virtual On. It was like you and another Gundam, and you went against a team of enemy Gundams. It was really cool. It wasn't Virtual On, but it was a lot of fun, and I guess it was set on the easiest difficulty, because I made it almost to the end on 1/4, or 100 yen coin. So that was pretty cool, and it was a lot of fun to play. But I will be hooking up the Saturn. Well, the Saturn is hooked up. It's it's off camera now, the way I have it angled. It's right off screen, right over there. I will be playing this on the Saturn later, just reliving those old memories, playing this game with Bernie at the arcade. And if Bernie, if you're watching this, I haven't talked to you in a while, same number as I had in high school, shoot me a text, man. And then last one, this is a game I've been begging you all to message Capcom about, harass them. Much like my campaign against Square Enix to get just something for Chrono Trigger's anniversary. This one we actually got something for in a form of a re-release on GOG Games with DRM free. I have yet to buy them. I plan on buying them, but I haven't bought them yet, because I hope if enough people buy them, they'll actually do a remake, since it's based off the Resident Evil original engine, and so they could just use the new Resident Evil engine. But that is Dino Crisis. I love this game. I like this game more than Resident Evil. Where I hated the tank controls in Resident Evil. Not a fan of them in this game either. But I stuck with this game. Like, I played this game a lot longer in stretches than I did Resident Evil, just because dinosaurs are cooler than zombies. It's a fact of life. Dinosaurs are cooler than zombies. So, just going into a little detail. The jewel case, some scratches in it. This will definitely get a replace for it. I will have to look through my... Ooh, wow. I really actually... The matte black on that case... oh, and we get the spine card too. 2 for 2 with spine cards. Oh, this disc. This disc just looks amazing on its own. Nearly spot. Look at that. Infinity Josh holding up a disc. But that matte black... This disc, in my opinion, looks like those vinyls, those modern vinyls you get where the vinyl is a piece of artwork as well. That's how I feel about this, because you don't even see like the inner ring. It's all like matte finish. That's just a really cool disc. I really like that. And of course we got the spine card. I'm gonna have to look up like how the spine cards go. I guess you not crack open, but you pop this open and put that in there. I wonder how you do the spine cards. I'm gonna have to like look. No resale. Japan, for those of you who don't know, had a big thing against used games for a longest time in like the late 90s. Like, it was... I don't know if it was against the law, but it was pretty close to being illegal. Obviously, now with all the secondhand stores in Japan and stuff like that, it's not that way anymore. But yeah, it was it was definitely highly frowned upon to resell your games, if not being illegal. And then, warranty card, inserts, and then I do love, I've gone back. Ooh, this is a nice little matte. I don't know if you can really see it on the camera. That's a nice matte finish for the booklet too. I've gone back and forth what cover I like better, where it's just the raptor claw for Dino Crisis for the Japanese version, or the American version where you got kind of like the gray background. I can't remember our heroine's name. It's probably all in kanji, so I won't be able to tell you. I cannot remember her name on this. We'll call her not Jill Valentine. But it was her like running, and you had like a T-Rex behind her with a gray background. It said Dino Crisis in like red bloody letters. I kind of like thought this was a little too simple, but kind of looking at it and thinking about it, I think this kind of sells it more. It's like there's blood by that raptor claw. What is going on here? Kind of thing like that. So kind of going with the whole Biohazard Resident Evil thing, less is more kind of deal. Got the prologue in there. It's all in kanji. But I can't even play this because that's not a Jap. Damn it. Can't even figure it out. I'll have to buy the GOG version of this game. The tank controls, man. Just hate tank controls so much. The game over screen and everything like that. This was just a fun game. And then I don't know if I showed you guys the back, but that jump scare with the T-Rex just busting through that window, man. Oh, here we go. We got a nice Regina. That was her name. Dr. Kirk. I could not remember her name. Same way. Probably some of you in the comments like, some Dino Crisis fan, you are like, listen, this game came out. Let's have the date on it. Now, all rights reserved. 1999. This game is almost 30 years old. All right. Gail, Rick. I wonder if at some point this was a Resident Evil game, because all these people look like Resident Evil characters. And they just changed at the last minute, or if it was supposed to be connected to the Resident Evil games. And there we go. Nice little rival schools. We got Mega Man Legends, Biohazard 3, Last Escape. There's proper Jill. Kind of thing. See? There's your big no resale kind of thing. But yeah, Dino Crisis, I love this game. Love this game so much. I will have to get it on GOG just so I have it and to play it, and maybe I'll try to go through the tank controls. But we got to show Capcom that we love Dino Crisis, so we can get Dino Crisis back. Because I would love, absolute, man. With the Jurassic World movies coming back, how great would it have been if like we were getting a Dino Crisis game this summer to coincide with Jurassic World? Because we don't have a Jurassic World game other than the park sim games. So if we would have gotten like a Jurassic Park game, or not Jurassic Park game, but a Dino Crisis game to release with Jurassic World, it's like, yeah, you can't play the Jurassic World game because it doesn't exist. But here's Dino Crisis, basically the same thing. You're a human, you're running from dinosaurs, you're trying to live. That would have been Capcom. Hire me for PR, dude. I'll help you guys. Just like I promised to help Square with their PR. Just failure. But no, Dino Crisis, love this game. Would love a remake for this one. Just to play it with modern controls. It'd be so much fun. But yeah, there's my haul. Do a quick rundown. Dino Crisis, Virtual On, Daikatana, Knife's Edge, Vigilante 8, Second Offense, Phantasy Star Online for the Dreamcast, Japanese Chess, just the Virtual Pro Wrestling box, Mario Golf 64, Pro Football 93, or in the US, Madden 93, Final Fantasy Tactics, SmackDown 2, what is it? It's called like Super Pro Wrestling 2, Hyper Pro Wrestling. I can't remember what the Japanese title is, but SmackDown 2 for the PlayStation, Mario Golf for the N64, or I'm sorry, GameCube, and then Power Stone for the Dreamcast. Oh, also my little Gachapon fidget thing. Oh man, it's really hard for me to pick a favorite on this one. I'm thinking Dino Crisis. I'm going to go with Dino Crisis because I feel if I say Dino Crisis, I'm going to put it out in the world. Someone from Capcom is going to hear it on the winds. They'll think it's Fate or something, and they're like, put it in the process. Someone out there somewhere is beating that drum. So Dino Crisis is my favorite. Close second would probably be Final Fantasy Tactics. But honestly, like, with the exception of the Japanese chess game, because that was purchased for collection wise, all these games I absolutely loved when they came out originally in the U.S. All of them are favorites in some way and hold, kind of special nostalgic heartstrings for me, either playing with my friends or birthdays, things like that. So I'm gonna go with Dino Crisis just because I've been beating that drum for a remake of Dino Crisis. I'm gonna go with that one as my favorite. But like all of these games kind of hold maybe not the N64, the US N64 games because I didn't play them there again for the collection. I did play the original Vigilante 8. I didn't play the second one though. All kind of hold a special place in my heart of just great games, and I'm happy to have them in the collection. Let me know in the comments below which one was your favorite. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. I really appreciate it. We got past 500. Now we're shooting our way up to 1,000. And yeah, like I said, baseball's in full effect. I thought I was going to be retired this summer because I only coach high school, but I've been graciously asked to help coach my son's showcase team, or at least assistant coach. I'm not coaching the team. I'm showing up on the weekends because it's a Northern Virginia team. We're down here in Central Virginia, so I'm not traveling up for practices, but I'm helping coach on the weekends. So I'm going to try to stream a couple times during the week. Probably won't be doing them on the weekends because I'm going to be tired from being out in the sun all day, because it's not just coaching one game a day. Usually I'm coaching 2 games a day. So the last thing I want to do is try to stream because I'm exhausted. And if I do play a video game, which I usually don't on those days, it's usually like a quick session, and then I'm like, I'm too tired for this, and I go to bed. But yeah, just a quick note on the coaching before I go. A lot of these players that I'm coaching on the showcase team, I haven't seen since they were like 12, 13 years old. And it's been a pleasure coaching them again, seeing them again. Also, some of them I didn't even recognize because last time I coached them, they were like this tall. Now they're like my height. And they were all quizzing me too, because I didn't go to the first 2 showcase tournaments. I couldn't because of work. But on this tournament, they're like, "Coach, you remember me?" And I got to look at them because a lot of them, like, they've shed their baby fat. They're now lean and tall young men. I'm like looking at them, I was like, "Oh yeah, I know who you are." And then I only think one of them I didn't get. One of them I was like, "I'm so sorry. I recognize you, but you've changed too much. I can't place it." And then he told me who he was. I was like, and then I could see it in his face because he was one of the ones. He was kind of a round child when he played for me when he was younger, but he has gotten taller. He's gotten thinner, way more athletic than he used to be. So proud of him for just growing up and things like that. So I couldn't recognize him, but I could see it in his face once he told me who he was. But so it's been pretty cool coaching those guys. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with this video, especially if you made it this far. This is my longest haul video. I might break it up into 2 videos. We'll have to see. Maybe it'll be part 1, part 2, kind of thing like that. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, we'll see you in the next video.